So we are going to now concentrate on taking a look at survey questions that have errors in them so that you can identify them yourselves when you are asked survey questions that might be a bit flawed. So let's read through these examples and see if you can identify what the problem is. So here's survey question number 1. How do you rate your experience and success at SIDES? From excellent, good, fair, poor. So what's the problem with that question? Well, there's a couple of things. One is that it's asking two questions. There's success, experience, and success. And so that you might have a very good experience, but you didn't have success. So because it's a double-barreled question, it's actually asking two questions, not one. So that's one thing that's wrong with that question. The other thing is that there's no response. So what happens if you didn't take a course at SIDES? There's no option for that. So there is no option for somebody that did not take a course. At SIDES. Okay. Let's take a look at the next one. Do you think SIDES should open on the weekends or not? Yes or no? Well, the problem with that is it's asking again two questions and it's ambiguous. So the problem is that weekends or not means that am I answering yes, you want it on weekends, or no, I don't want it on weekends? So answering this question is difficult. It's an ambiguous question. Unclear question. Let's look at the third question. SIDES courses are a fantastic way to complete your graduation requirements. Would you recommend taking a SIDES course to a friend? Yes or no? So the problem here is the lead-in, this bit right here. It's basically a little bit of advertising, isn't it, for SIDES? So it is something called a biased question because it is showing some favoritism. And good survey questions should be completely neutral. So if we skipped this here and just asked, would you recommend taking a SIDES course to a friend? That is completely neutral. But as soon as we add that extra sentence to it, we are implying some favoritism, and that's called a biased question. And that is no good for if you want to create a good survey question. And let's take a last look here. Why did you take a course at SIDES? There's 4 options, so this is a closed-ended question, and there are a couple of problems with it. Number 1, it could be several reasons why you wanted to take a course at SIDES. It could be because you like online courses and you needed to take math, and you could not get math at your school. It could be all of those reasons. So it's hard to choose, and that is called, when you have that problem, it's not mutually exclusive, hard to say, exclusive. So, and there are something missing. What if you didn't take a course? So the no response option is missing. So there are a couple of problems with this survey question. So let's recap some of the common mistakes. One is that there is bias. In other words, you're showing favoritism. This is unfortunately used with a lot of surveys when the advertisers are involved. There is a no response option is missing. the question is unclear, or the question actually is two or more questions. So you're asking more than one in question in the STEM. And the questions are not mutually exclusive. So you could tick off a couple of options or a couple of answers apply to you, like the last one we took a look at.